Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they're waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start before you do. Let's talk about a powerful illusion, a collective lie we've all been told. It's the idea of being ready. The truth is, readiness is a myth. Nobody, not a single person who has ever made a significant leap, ever felt 100% ready. Not for the big promotion, not for the first child, not for the life-changing move across the country. Instead, there's a quiet, seductive thought that whispers, pause. It tells you, just gather a little more information. You need one more certification, one more course. It says, wait for a sign from the universe, a clear signal that now is the time. This voice sounds so reasonable, so responsible. It's the voice of self-preservation, trying to protect you from failure. We tell ourselves the conditions must be absolutely perfect, like a celestial event where all the stars align just for us. We create checklists of prerequisites. The internal monologue starts, I'll start my business when I have 6 months of savings. Then it becomes 12. I'll have that difficult conversation when I'm in a better headspace. But that perfect mood never seems to arrive. We wait for the right mood, the right amount of money in the bank, and most of all, for the fear to magically evaporate. We imagine a future version of ourselves who is bolder, wiser, and completely unafraid. We cling to the illusion that this feeling of readiness will descend from the heavens like a gift, suddenly anointing us as worthy to begin. This is the readiness trap. It's a comfortable, well-furnished, and deceptively safe prison that you have meticulously built for yourself, brick by brick, with every excuse and delay. It's cozy in there. Nothing can hurt you, but nothing can help you grow either. The serene, confident feeling you are waiting for rarely, if ever, arrives on its own. It isn't a prerequisite for action. It is the result of action. Big moves don't arrive with a perfectly calm mind or a neatly paved path forward. They don't come with a guarantee of success. Instead, they arrive hand in hand with their noisy companions: fear, gut-wrenching self-doubt, and a fog of uncertainty. Your stomach will churn. Your mind will race with 1,000 what-ifs. But listen closely. Those feelings are not stop signs. They are signposts. They are simply markers for the edge of your comfort zone. And that edge, that thrilling, terrifying boundary, is precisely where all meaningful growth begins. Let that sink in for a moment. The feeling of not being ready is not a barrier to entry. It is the entry point. It is the starting line. You are not broken or deficient because your heart jumps into your throat when you think about starting that business, applying for that dream job, or initiating a tough but necessary conversation. You are simply human. That physical response is your body telling you that you care, that what you're about to do matters. Waiting for readiness doesn't just delay your dreams. It actively leaks your single most precious, non-renewable resource: time. While you wait to feel prepared, the world doesn't wait with you. Opportunities have a shelf life. That perfect moment you're holding out for might pass you by. Each day you spend waiting is a day you could have been acting. And each day of acting is a day of learning, trying, failing, and adjusting. Action is data. It's feedback. It's the fastest teacher you will ever have. Momentum is a law of physics, and it's a law of life. It overwhelmingly favors those already in motion. The people you admire, the ones who seem to have it all figured out, they weren't born ready. They became ready. They started before they felt prepared, and through the messy, imperfect process of doing, they became capable. Think about it in terms of fitness. Your first workout is almost always humbling. Your muscles burn. You feel clumsy and out of place, surrounded by people who seem to know exactly what they're doing. You feel anything but ready to be there. But you show up for one more session, and then another. And with each small act of showing up, your body adapts, your strength increases, and your confidence grows. Not through thinking about it, but through the action itself. Proof always beats theory. Action teaches infinitely faster than passive thought. Growth doesn't live in the small, cozy, familiar room of your comfort zone. It lives just outside that door. And here's the secret. Every single step you take into the discomfort of the unknown doesn't just get you further along the path. It actually expands the size of that room. What was once terrifying becomes familiar. What was once the edge becomes the new center. Remember, waiting is not a neutral act. It's an active choice. With every passing day, waiting strengthens the voice of fear and weakens the muscle of your courage. Don't wait for readiness. Create it. We assume confidence must come first. It's a deeply ingrained myth that one day we'll wake up feeling brave, certain, and finally ready to begin. So we wait. We wait for the perfect moment, for the fear to subside, for a sign that we can't possibly fail. But that day rarely arrives on its own. The truth is, we have the sequence backward, because action creates confidence. Confidence is not a magical starting point. It is an earned result. It's the quiet reward your brain gives you for having done something. Each small step you take is tangible proof that you can do hard things. This is how real self-trust is built, not on affirmations alone, but on the undeniable evidence of your own experience. It's a simple but powerful feedback loop. Action leads to a tiny win, and that tiny win builds a little more confidence. Think about it in practice. In your career, it's not about landing the dream job tomorrow. It's about updating one section of your resume. For your fitness, it's not about running a marathon. It's putting on your shoes and walking for 5 minutes. In relationships, it's sending one text to reconnect. In learning, it's watching a single 5-minute tutorial. Try something. Encounter a small, manageable problem. Solve it. Feel that? Your confidence just ticked up a notch. These small wins accumulate. The evidence of your capability begins to stack up, creating a foundation of competence. The secret is to start with incredibly small, almost laughably easy steps. You don't climb the mountain, you just focus on the single patch of ground right in front of you. 1 email sent, 10 minutes walked. These wins create momentum. Progress grows quietly at first, then all at once it becomes obvious. These small steps are strategic. They bypass the brain's fear response, which gets triggered by huge, intimidating goals. Once you begin, the inertia is broken. The next step naturally feels easier. This creates a positive neurological loop. Action leads to a reward, which encourages more action. Your brain literally rewires itself for motion over hesitation. You become someone who shows up, consistently. And that identity shift is the ultimate source of lasting confidence. Action is the ultimate antidote to self-doubt. So stop waiting for confidence to find you. Take the smallest courageous step you can think of, today. Then take another, and another. This is not just a theory. This is how confidence is built. Let's make this tangible with a powerful tool, the 24-hour rule. This isn't just a productivity hack, it's a personal pact you make with yourself, a firm commitment to ending the paralyzing habit of waiting for the right time. The rule is simple. When you have an idea, a goal, or an intention, you must take one small physical action toward it within 24 hours. Not next week when your schedule clears up, not tomorrow morning when you feel more inspired, within a single day. This immediate action serves as a powerful signal to your brain that this goal is real and you are serious about it. It interrupts the cycle of procrastination before it can even begin, transforming vague dreams into tangible motion. Here's how to apply it. First, define your goal in one simple sentence. Clarity is your first step. Second, identify the smallest possible physical action you can take, something that requires less than 10 minutes. Third, schedule that tiny action in your calendar. Give it a specific time slot within the next 24 hours. Fourth, create friction reducers. Make it incredibly easy to start. If your goal is a morning walk, lay out your shoes and clothes before you go to bed. And finally, celebrate the micro win. Acknowledge that you kept your promise to yourself. This builds the momentum you need for the next step. So, if you want to start a business, don't get lost in 5-year plans. Instead, research 2 competitors for 20 minutes, or simply brainstorm 3 potential names for your venture. If you want better health, don't overhaul your entire diet today. Just list 5 whole foods you enjoy. Or book 2 short walks into your calendar for this week. Better yet, take a 10-minute walk right now. To increase your income, don't pressure yourself to find the perfect job. Spend 20 minutes browsing opportunities. Or find one role that looks interesting and apply today. Want to learn a new skill? Watch one 5-minute tutorial and practice the concept just once. Want to expand your network? Find one person on LinkedIn and send a single, genuine message. Feeling overwhelmed by clutter? Don't try to organize the whole house. Just clear one drawer, set a timer for 10 minutes, and see what you can accomplish. The key is to make the action so small, so manageable, that your mind can't find a valid excuse to say no. Fear shrinks when confronted with movement. Each tiny action proves that the catastrophe you imagined didn't happen. So complete one small task in the next 24 hours. Write one sentence about your new offer and send it to a trusted friend for feedback. Remove the option to endlessly deliberate. Action is the antidote to analysis paralysis. Remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to exist. Once you act, your entire perspective shifts. The intimidating mountain becomes a walkable path, revealing the next step right in front of you. Create your starting point. Then, simply take that next step. Remember, readiness is not a feeling you wait for or a prize you're awarded. Readiness is a skill you build, an outcome you create. You don't need to be fearless. You learn to move with fear as a companion. You don't wait for clarity. You find clarity in motion. The cost of waiting is too high. Your potential is too great. Choose action over analysis, progress over perfection, courage over comfort. The world won't hand you readiness. You must build it, piece by piece, action by action. Start with one thing within the next 24 hours. Do it now, or schedule it today, and honor it. Each small step makes the next one easier. You don't wait for readiness, you build it. Like and subscribe.